welcome to my podcast, Zone 2 Talk. My name is Gopal. My first episode today is on 15th of August 2025. Well, it's an Indian Independence Day. Feels like a perfect day to start thinking about being independent and starting this new journey. A bit about me. I'm from India. I've been living in Denmark for the last 9.5 years. I understand Danish, jeg forstår dansk. Matter of fact, I can speak a few languages. Like my mother tongue is Konkani. Sounds like Miguelenau Gopal. Then I speak English, which is my work language. My name is Gopal. That's obvious. Then I speak Hindi. That's my wife's mother tongue. Mera naam Gopal hai. And then I speak Bengali. Amar naam Gopal. Kannada, Nanna hesaru Gopal. I speak Tudu. That's one of the native languages from where I am. Yennapudar Gopal. And then I, obviously, since I'm in Denmark for 9.5 years, I know a bit of Danish. Yahela Gopal. So, 7 languages, but not proficient in all of them. I'm okay speaking 3-4 languages fluently, and then the rest is just out there on a average level, I guess. And languages is about, what I believe is languages are about connection. You don't need to be perfect in order to share your ideas. If you're able to share your ideas, I think you're quite good at it. So I'll get back to why the podcast is called Zone 2 Talk. This name popped up as an idea while I was running. There's also a saying in the runners community, like if you don't invest a lot, for example, if you don't have a Garmin watch or a heart rate monitor, you don't have to worry. If you're able to hold a conversation while running, then you are in your zone 2 pace. And zone 2 is mainly a pace wherein it helps you increase your cardiovascular fitness. It helps you run longer distances. And if you're a beginner, the pace is quite slow, and as you move along, you can run zone 2s in quite a fast pace. And why am I telling this in the beginning of the podcast is mainly because Zone 2 Talk is all about conversation, and language is at the heart of the connection. So I just wanted to put it out there that this is my first episode, and maybe the format would be I would reflect on a topic that I have in my mind. And then if there are listeners out there that believe or want or have a similar opinion, they would enjoy it, and certainly let me know. I'll share the details of how to contact me in the chat description or in the podcast description. The topic that I want to reflect on today is my view on the country that I'm living. That's Denmark. This is the country that I've been living for the past 1 decade of my life. The country is built on open-minded culture, on humor, organized thoughts, personal values, and people respecting time, both personal and professional time. This is also a country with a population relatively on the lower side, but in contrast has got great social economic development and innovation, with a focus on being as efficient as possible to perform certain tasks. That's reflected in the day-to-day work culture, or when you interact with Danes, you will realize that they are quite efficient and very particular about the time that they spend with you. Um, this is also a country where individual opinion matters. The value for human life is given the highest priority. Children are taught the value of independence from a young age. Education systems are built on pillars of logic and free thinking, and healthy lifestyle is a conscious choice amongst the Danes. And since I've been working here for the last 10 years, the work culture is full of humor, passion, and discussion. So it's a dream workplace, at least for me. I, as an individual, have changed significantly over the last decade, mainly as an influence of Danish culture and its values. Even though I am Indian by birth, 1/3 of my life has been spent in Denmark, and that has made a huge impact on my way of life. Danish language obviously is a key that opens many doors within Denmark, but this is a tough one to get control over, or to get that key. The reason for it could be that Danes have a great command over English language, which is a good thing and a bad thing. I mean, the good thing is that it puts you in a comfort zone wherein if you're good at English, you can just speak to Danes and conversate with them, and you would not have any issues having a long conversation, and you would not even know that you are in Denmark. And the bad thing is that even though you want to speak Danish and learn Danish, unless you don't have a mastery, it's very difficult to speak to or conversate with Danes. So I'm currently in that situation wherein the grind is on, and I'm trying every day to be better at Danish, but it is quite the challenge. Yeah, for all the people who are listening, maybe one or few, I don't know, because this is the first episode, and this is just a reflection point. What I'm thinking is this is just the beginning of this run. It's a long way ahead, and more conversations and reflections are soon to be documented. With this note, I would say thank you, and thank you for listening to my podcast. Thanks in Danish, tak, and Jai Hind.